This is John with AZ Locators. Today we're going to do a quick walkthrough on the VM810 utility locator from Vivax Metrotech. Okay, so first we're going to just go over what comes in the standard kit. You get your receiver, your transmitter, of course, a set of direct connection cables, and a grounding spike, and also the user manual. The inductive ring clamp is an optional accessory that you can add on. This operates on just standard D-cell batteries, 6 in the transmitter, 2 in the receiver. There's no rechargeable battery option or anything. Okay, so first we're going to go over the direct connection method. That's going to give you the cleanest locate signal and the most accurate depth readings. There's a plastic gas service going through this parking lot with it. It has a tracer wire buried with it, so that's what we're going to hook up to in order to locate it. So the cables just plug right into this one jack right here. The red alligator clip is going to go directly to the utility or the tracer wire, and the black clip goes to an earth ground. Now you can use the included grounding spike if you're in an area where you can do that. We're in asphalt here, so we're actually just going to use the chain link fence as our earth ground. Okay, turn on our transmitter. Now this button right here just changes the output from normal power to high power. And we're going to start on normal power for right now. Okay, we're ready to turn on our receiver. Just press the 1 button to power it up. Now if it's not readily apparent which direction the line is actually going from the hookup point, what I recommend doing is kind of the circle method, where we start on one side and facing the transmitter we just kind of go in a big arch, and we're watching our screen to see where we see the highest signal strength reading. So we're getting higher, 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 and there it was. So right here you see our needle centered out and we have a signal strength of 758. 999 is the max, but that's the highest reading that we've gotten so far. So now we know that this is where the line is, and the compass shows us that it's going straight out from the wall. So now we know which direction it's going and we can trace it out. Now you notice when you're to one side of the utility, the tone is a solid tone, and when you go to the opposite side, it goes to a pulse tone. That way you can actually just locate using the audio alone without having to stare at the screen the whole time. Okay, now if we're ready to take a depth reading, all we have to do is find the center line, put the tip all the way in the ground, and just push the 1 button, and that's going to show us our depth reading. And it's also going to show us a measure of the current that the receiver is seeing at this particular point. Okay, so the second way to hook up the transmitter and trace out a line is using the inductive ring clamp. So you're going to want to use this whenever you're trying to trace out the wires that are running through like a conduit. You can't easily directly clip onto them. You can also use this to trace out pipes if there's just not a convenient place to put an alligator clip on. And this guy plugs into the same port that the direct connect cables did. And then you simply just put this around the conduit. It doesn't really matter where it sits, and that's going to energize the cables that are running through here. So now same process. Turn on our receiver, and we do actually want to start a ways away from the hookup point in order to get a clean signal. So we're going to do the same circle method and just look to get a high reading. And there it is. And so if we if we look at our compass over here, it's actually not going straight out from the wall like you'd kind of expect. It's going, jogging out at kind of an angle, and so that's why it's really important to pay attention to the compass. So we know that the line is actually going this way. We can turn around 180 degrees, and the rest of the trace out process is exactly the same. Okay, one thing to keep in mind when using the induction clamp is that your depth readings are typically going to show a little bit deeper than what they actually are. So let's go ahead and see what we get. 3'11", so that's probably a little bit deeper than what it is in reality. We'd get a more accurate depth reading if we were using direct connect. Okay, so the third way that we can locate is the easiest, but it's also the most problematic, and that's called just the induction method. So with nothing hooked up to the transmitter box, this just sends the frequency down straight into the earth, and whatever is running alongside where you place the box is going to take that signal, and we're going to be able to locate it. So we're going to try to locate these electrical wires that are coming out of the box and going this way. So we just turn on our transmitter, place it straight on the ground, and when we're using induction, the position of the transmitter actually matters. So with the other two methods, you can put the transmitter anywhere you want. With induction, you have to make sure that the box is facing perpendicular to where the line's running. So if the line's running in this direction, we want to put the box across it. And then the second thing we need to make sure of is with our receiver, we have to give ourselves plenty of space from the transmitter to make sure that we get a clean signal. So we'll go about 30 feet away and we'll be able to locate it. Okay, so now we're able to pick it up. Just like with the other two methods, we're going to get the least clean signal with this method. It's just the nature of it, and our depth readings are going to be way off, but you will be able to locate the general position of whatever you're tracing if you're unable to directly connect to it or use the ring clamp. Okay, so that's pretty much it. This is the new version of the original Metrotech 810 that came out about 40 years ago, and it's been super popular ever since for the simplicity and the ease of use. Just one frequency, one mode, and a lot of people prefer that type of thing for general utility locating. So that's it. See you next time.